before we actually go to Kanto, there is some other stuff we can do, I believe, that we've forgotten about for various reasons out here in Johto. And wow, that was a long stop. I mean, yes, I know you do. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's not a lucky egg, which is the thing I could really use right now, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. I wish there was like a real method for getting that. Unfortunately, welcome to video games. I'm trying to remember what's the way to get to this cave other than just doing this. But instead we can come in here and we can solve one of these puzzles that are probably something that this world's equivalent of the writer of Uriel's Machine used to try to prove something, but at least this time there is this ancient civilization. Possibly. I don't 100% know the lore offhand. Because, well, I pay about as much attention to Pokemon lore as I think almost anybody else does, which is not a ton. These games don't really have the reputation for being that good at those sorts of things, which I think is not always well earned, but also I don't think anybody is really ready to give children's media the time of day anyway that it would ever deserve for something like that. So when they do occasionally make a story that doesn't suck butts, then it's time for it to just not get anywhere. What is wrong with this creature? I mean, some things there don't really look properly assembled. I just am not 100% sure. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, because of course you're over here just squinting at these vague shapes, trying to figure out, oh yeah, that's Aerodactyl, all right. We're not allowed to use the bike in the Unknown Ruins. I'm sure it would kind of suck on bricks, but still. It is kind of weird to me always that unknowns are so, like, rubbery and can move around like that at all instead of just being completely rigid. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If I recall correctly, Unknown's shape is based very heavily on its IV spread, or DVs as they were called in this period. Or as a lot of folks tended to call them, genes. So, as you unlocked more parts of this ruin, you would unlock access to more stat spreads of unknown. Of unknown, you see. More stat spreads of unknown. You know, that thing you absolutely care to have at any point. Anyway, Professor Elm wants to bother us about something, so fine, I guess I'll go figure out what the deal is with this. But first I want to take a look at what's out here. I believe this guy is the guy who gives us the mystic water. And also, oh hey look, it's Tentacruel! You know, the only Pokemon you find when you're surfing, practically. I feel like I should honor Professor Oak's advice and just chuck a Master Ball at it right now, but these games don't save what Pokeball you use on things in the data. So, I'm not gonna bother. That was a Gen 3, Gen 4 thing. Oh, you think it's Mystic Water, do you? You don't know for sure. Despite the fact that you literally gave it to me and it said that. Also, I feel like this dude is sort of implying, like, hey, yeah, you can go find more of those if you steal from wild Pokemon. You can't! Don't even bother. This guy's a filthy liar. I'm pretty sure he just had that in his back pocket for, like, 2 weeks or something. I don't know where he got it then, but it sure did materialize. Hey, Professor Elm, I know you've got the SS ticket, yeah. So now we can go catch Pokemon in Kanto. He says, like, it's our big quest, which, to be fair, the big thing here really is still like, hey, yeah, you're supposed to be working on your Pokedex. When I'm just out here like, I mean, there's other stuff happening, I guess. So, I think if we would want to gain any actual levels, the best place for us to do it would just be to go to Victory Road. But I suppose I'll just deal without for now. I'll have to go grind levels on that boat or something. Regardless, I'm grabbing a Pokemon that can use Cut real quick. Because there's a location at Lake of Rage that we haven't gone to yet. Who even has Cut? I don't remember. No, we actually need you, possibly. You have a move that's useful. Well, you know what? Gyarados, you can learn Cut, can't you? In before, no, Gyarados can't learn Cut. I'm just starting to think that this idea is funny, okay? Ah, yes, Rock Smash, back before it was an HM. Which is perhaps fair. Yeah, no Cut for Gyarados. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna need another servitor in our party somewhere. But you know who I've got who can do that for us? Where are you? There's Ducks. Obviously, who else would we give it to? The Pokemon that I think is most associated with... Well, I guess it could be like any Pokemon is most associated with having Cut. You carrying again? Oh, you have the amulet coin, that's right. And Babar, that'll be you who's got the EXP share. Oh, I really missed the new generation EXP share so badly. But I digress. Well, see, in this case, I suppose I specify Farfetch'd out of all of them because Farfetch'd is not really known for being able to actually do anything. So, if it's gonna be a Pokemon, I feel like it's gonna be Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd can't even learn Hyper Beam in Gen 1 for some reason. They just really did not want to make Farfetch'd be possibly useful. So they were just like, let's hamstring this bird even more. Oh hey, it's a level 18 Magikarp. This is going to be worth like 0 experience points almost. I bet that if we had Gen 5 EXP scaling, it would be worth like single digits. I mean, listen, 51 is kind of close to like 2 if you don't know what numbers are. I see we're in a forest maze here. Just like in Mario RPG. Oh, I bet that'll get me copyright struck. Because somebody is probably using that song for their, piece of music. Hooray! We got one of those things. I still don't know what it means to Elix yet, but, maybe I should look that up. Then I can finally understand what that item's name is, other than a typo. Well, guess what? I'm immune to that. I'm immune to that by virtue of not using he, him pronouns. You buffoon! You should have thought that through before you decided to throw down the gauntlet so recklessly. You dullard. You clown. You, guy. Oh, what? I bet this Goofus is gonna have second stage of all the starters. All the Gen 1 starters, rather. Because for some reason. Oh, hey, yeah, it is Wednesday, so this dude is here to give us a black belt. Well, if we ever find a fighting type move anywhere, I suppose that might be helpful. But unfortunately, I'd have to, like, probably raise Machop or something like that for that purpose. And that seems like a lot of work. TM43, what oddly useless move is that? It's Detect. Detect, also known as Protect but worse. TM10, this guy's talking about meditation or something, is it? Oh, it's hidden power. Okay. Right. Well, this is very, very old hidden power. Before they tweaked it in, like, Gen 6, I think. To such a point where it actually has variable attack power. And there's no way our Pokemon are good enough stats to actually be able to use that. Use that for, like, high damage or anything. Farfetch'd can't learn Hyper Beam, period. Yeah, especially after it got an evolution, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put it in its move pool at any point. But, like, just, wow, they really did not want to give Farfetch'd in Gen 1 anything. It doesn't even have enough speed to get guaranteed crits on its Slash. Farfetch'd has exactly one thing going for it, which is that its attack stat is such that it won't roll over if you use 3 Swords Dances with it, and it's a normal type, and it has absolutely fuck all to do with these attributes. That otherwise you're like, oh, that sounds handy! And here's Farfetch'd just doing what it usually does, i.e. disappointing you. Oh, hey, I figured there was another trainer around here. Skip Bloom. It's very unfortunate, then, that I have all these elemental punches. Oh, Ninetales, that's a Pokemon I don't have a direct, super effective move against. So, we just do this the old-fashioned way of Psybeam. Ah, yes, I remember when literally nothing was immune to this. It didn't die, that's shocking. It's a level 25 Ninetales. I have this much of an advantage over it, and it didn't die from Psybeam. It doesn't even resist it or anything, like... Wow. Wow. Alright, come on, break through the confusion. Yes, let's win a coin flip, finally. Alright, now we just go back to town, and I am going to go through the grass to get these, like, 12 total experience points I'm going to get out of this. It's marginally more than that, but, like, it's still not impressive. I'll try out Pokemon Fusion. Possibly at some point. I'm not 100% sure when, though, so... I can say nothing about that on a statistical level. I have certainly given some thought to throwing some, like, Pokemon fan games into the list of things to do. Or ROM hacks or anything like that. Well, yeah, there's plenty of both of those out there, really, so... I wouldn't exactly be bereft of things to do in that case. So, aside from what we've done, I think we can go and take a look at some stuff in Union Cave. And, I mean, technically we could go to shit, no, I don't think we could. Technically, we could go get the things to get Lugia and Ho-Oh. But those... Oh, boy. Tin Tower, at least, is... Yeah, Tin Tower, I think it's called. Is at least quite straightforward. Or decently so, anyway. Whirl Islands, however, Whirl Islands is a a partially waterlogged cave system. I despise it. I have never gone through Whirl Islands to find Lugia the legit way. I might have done it in Soul Silver, but definitely not in Gen 2. Especially because back in those days, map resources were quite bad, actually. If I recall correctly, from the very early aughts. So, it was even crappier of a time, really. Oh, hey, look, it's Marowak. Finally getting that massive, massive playability glow up in Gen 2, right? When they gave it the thick club and they were just like, yeah, by the way, Marowak is now an absolute fucking menace. Meanwhile, in Gen 1, it was just worse Sand Slash, except it had, like, Blizzard and Fire Blast. Because in Gen 1, practically everything had Blizzard and Fire Blast. They were just like, the hell with it, let's give it Blizzard and Fire Blast, why not? Yeah, no, Marowak is still, like, entirely a glass jaw, but, like, at least it can hurt people. Oh, this guy sounds like a big dork. Demonstrate your Pokemon research findings in a battle? Alright, dude. Although, Kangaskhan, that's a pretty legit mon. I gotta give a little bit of respect to your choice there, dude. But only a little bit. Let's not get too carried away here. Now, of course, we cannot get the Lapras, which is probably one of the most notable things here. This was an era where Lapras was still rare. Nowadays, I believe they're pretty commonly found in most of the newer games. Like, granted, my recollection of obtaining Lapras in Gen 9 is that you can get them from a raid that was... a horde that was in the second DLC for, like, a couple of weeks there. That they were just running multiple of them every day as a special Pokemon Day event after that particular anniversary had passed. You know, the rather odd 29th anniversary of the franchise. Oh, hey, Quagsire. I like Quagsire, usually. I don't use it very often, but it's one of those things that's like... Playing the Pokemon games for the in-game way is just so unga-bunga simple, and Quagsire is not bad for any of that purpose necessarily, but Quagsire's best use is actually in some more technical battling situations where it can just kind of do very stupid things in certain circumstances that mean that it's at, like, the lowest tier and yet still shows up at in the highest tier a lot of the time if you're playing singles. Because sometimes it will just be like, oh yeah, by the way. Flareon, of course, has, like, no defensive profile at all, so... Oh, it somehow lived through that Thunder Punch. I'm genuinely surprised. Granted, I'm still using Kadabra. I will probably have to, like... for simplicity, patch a copy of the game with Crystal Legacy. And then use that to evolve Kadabra into the actual proper Big Zam. But I'll do that a little bit later in the game when I'm sure that the level is right. I mean, truth be told, this is still a good Pokemon. It's just that it gets better as Alakazam because for some reason, they decided that family line was going to be, like, the most perfectly min-maxed thing in Gen 1. It's to the point where even Abra does a lot of damage. If you give it a damaging move, of course. Because otherwise, that's a bit of a problem. Zubat isn't worth the experience. Hell out of here, Zubat. Yeesh. See, at first I thought that I was going to enter into that tile, and it was going to be one where I could actually get into a trainer fight at the same time that I got that wild encounter. Because I've seen that happen as a glitch in Gen 1, where you can just walk into a tile where a trainer starts approaching you, and you can do some incredibly weird things to the game if you just, like... if you black out on that tile against the wild Pokemon. Gen 1 in general is like, wow. Who could imagine that it was... Who could imagine to hear that Gen 1 has weird glitches, but this one is one that I think probably is a little bit more obscure. For some folks, at least. And if you do that, it does some very, very odd things once you get back to the location. Oh, I think what you're thinking of is the trainer fly glitch, which is similar and, you know, really kind of the... You know, what I'm talking about is basically like the, you know, second cousin twice removed from that thing, basically, of blacking out on that spot. There's also the instance of you walk into line of sight of a trainer and you pause and then you either fly or escape rope. Which indeed can set up a thing that'll let you catch Mew among several other Pokemon. If you know where to go to set up the numbers properly. And if you do things right with the Mew, you can get it at level 1, and then you can do some shenanigans to cause it to immediately jump straight to level 100. And it'll only have Pound and whatever TMs you can shove up its... somewhere, I don't know. The one that I commonly hear about for speedrun purposes is that you can use that to get Nidoking. And that's a pretty good choice. Nidoking is a real good Pokemon. Great flexibility, good, well-rounded stats. It can use basically anything you give it. Yeah, so this guy's got the first stage of all the 3 Kanto starters. We saw somebody with the second stage earlier. I forget if there's somebody who has all the third stages other than just, I don't know, getting a phone call from one of these goofers. I tried to say Goofus and Goober at the same time. But, I mean, I guess just getting a phone call from them and waiting around until they hit a high enough level for a rematch to provide that for you works. I keep doing it forever, ain't I? Anyway, yeah, if you come down here on Friday, or maybe it's the other part of the cave. But yes, Union Cave has a Lapras that you can catch. You can catch it repeatedly. Wow, isn't that cool? I think I actually have multiple shiny Laprases on Violet because of those events. Don't necessarily take my word for it or anything. But also, we just don't have moves on this elephant yet. Gotta fix that at some point, but I don't remember what moves I get for this fella and when. Aside from Earthquake. Haven't seen the name Babar for a while. Yeah. That was decades ago, huh? Turn on our bike. Now that we're done with the... Like, why didn't you do that before? Because I thought all the walks were shorter, and most of them actually were. TM39. What's TM39? TM39 is... Yeah, it's just that that's a while. Swift. Eh. Unfortunately, Donphan was caught at too high of a level for it to have Horn Attack, which would be kind of useful. It only gets Ancient Power via breeding, and at that, I think it needs... Yeah, it needs Chain Breeding. Ooh, boy. Game, you are a jerk. Event-exclusive Phanpy that had Encore and Absorb in Gen 2. What the hell? You can breed Water Gun onto it. That kind of makes sense. For an elephant, they spray water. It just wouldn't be useful, but... You know, for flavor text reasons, why not? Oh, huh. I didn't know Quagsire could just run away. I mean, fair enough, but I want my EXPs back for that then. Come on, game. I mean, yeah, it's like, the Encore one is fine. It's Absorb that I'm confused by. That's an interesting thing to have in there. Oh, wow, this dude just immediately pressed self-destruct. Wow, thanks, guy. About to use Machop. That's something I can stay in for. Ebar. And Machop doesn't explode. Right, that's what I'm saying, is like, that's still just an odd thing to see. That's a flat 25, because that's Seismic Toss. And just start pushing this rock around. Frankly, I have no idea why I did that, but why not? Yeah, so out here, this is the other Ruins of Alpha entrance. One of them, anyway. I think there might be yet another past this, but sure, let's go ahead and solve these. Not like I'm necessarily out here looking to create an unknown dex or anything, but this is a way for me to say, hey, yeah, I did actually 100% this part of things. It's a very silly use of my time, really, but why not? See, there's some waves in here that are giving me a little bit of confusion with how some of these parts go together. That goes up somewhere. We'll just leave that there, I guess. That's not it either. So I'm gonna be in this position with this and going, what do I change? Because... start with this movement and move over to this. There we go. That actually was quite easy. Yeah, apparently our Lord the old Lord Helix there is missing one eye for some reason. What happened? Some sort of like Aerodactyl attack and just being a big jerk that day in particular or something. You think? Sure, guy. I'm going to be led to assume until further notice that you do think. Unfortunately, I don't know how much, but... Excuse me. Brain immediately foisting a hiccup on me to get me the hell out of that stupid gag. Well, Rock Smash isn't a great move, but it looks like Bebar is not going to have an amazing amount of moves anyway, so that'll do. It would be nice to have that as a utility for someone, I believe. I think that has some sort of use case somewhere. Probably. In fact, possibly not, but... I think this is the TM shop. We got a TM02 here, yeah? Yeah. Oh, and we're back to having actual money now, because we beat the Elite Four. That's nice. Headbutt will do until we get access to maybe something better? Actually, I forget. This might even be the best move that we can get in terms of normal. Other than strength. Yeah, no, we only, like, learn Quake at this point, and strength exists, but that's kind of a weird side grade. I'll take this for now, because, yeah, I'm sure that we're gonna actually be faster than things once in a while with Donphan. Which sounds kind of shocking, actually, but I do believe it is actually the case. Not interested, Wade. Ah, yes, I can't wait to go to Route 31 and clog my bag more. Let's do some rock smashing and see if there's anything in any of these, because occasionally there is. Oh hey, there was a whole Krabby just hanging out inside of this rock. For some reason. Always ends up with a crippling ground weakness. I mean, ground is a very strong attacking type, and there's a lot of good Pokemon that happen to be in types that are weak to ground. So I guess it's not that weird. Oh, hey, look, it's another Krabby. I believe that if you smash rocks, there is like a 5% chance of finding a wild Shuckle. But you can just get a Shuckle from the guy in Cyanwood City who Silver beat up and robbed for possibly his, possibly where he got his Sneasel, apparently. Oh, apparently not doing any better, despite that text sounding like it was. Oh, it became quite healthy as it continues to be in the exact same state as before. Okay, right. We needed Burn Tower. Fuck, we needed Rock Smash to be able to get through Burn Tower, I think. We didn't do everything here. I'll have a quick. Oh yeah, there's an item here. That's... Okay, so I looked, and at least on Route 40, the Shuckle chance is 10% versus 90% for Krabby. So, hey, there's that piece of information. Neat, that's almost 5K. Hooray, we've managed to make up for our headbutt TM. Congratulations, everybody. What an excellent use of our time. Oh, I think it must have been strength we needed, too. I forgot about that. But hey, why not? This guy's not worth much experience, but the hell with it. Oh, come on. Coughing can't turn into a cockroach. That doesn't work anyway. Wait. Yeah, see, this is a Rattata that we're doubling the level on. We can rock smash that thing. Ooh, bonk! Out of here. What's that TM? What do we get? Is it useful? It's Endure. So that's a... not really. I mean, technically we could try to use Donphan for Endure Flail, but also I would rather eat my own arms. Okay, so there turned out to be absolutely nothing of value here. Hooray! Let's go get our power points back, because otherwise I'm going to be slightly bothered. So now I'm trying to hash out if there's anything else I need to do here before I move on to the place where the levels don't exist. I can go to Mount Mortar, I guess, and go end up in a place where I'm missing an open slot to be able to actually pick up Tyrogue. I really can't be bothered with Tyrogue, I'm sorry. We can go surf across this. And go surf across an area on the route south of Goldenrod, I believe. And that's where we find the crew of dorks who give us the soft sand. Oh, right. I guess I'll go deal with my inventory then. Everybody's favorite parts. So, what if they brought back limited inventory space, but get this, they made it like a Diablo puzzle sort of thing? I think that would be exactly frustrating enough to be sort of funny. I don't know that I would like it. I think given a chance, I'd probably put it in some sort of fan game though, but in general though, I kind of like sort of Diablo style inventories, even though they are generally just sort of infuriating. Yeah, just walk away from that rat. I'm not interested anymore. Speaking of not interested anymore, I'm not super interested in raising this the normal way anymore. Just slap the EXP share on there. Let's go. Alright, so here we get 3 battles in a row. I don't know if there's anything to, like, pick up out of this area after they enclose on us. Click one button and get through most of our battles. Wow. Stormy. I'm sure this is an okay idea, actually. Oh, so they will let me walk forward and check the area. That's helpful. Or at least interesting. Cloister. Cloister is weaker on the special defense side, so a Thunder Punch should do some pretty good work on it. And boom. Nice and simple. And she just hands us a handful of sand. You know. Nobody over here has any ground-type Pokemon for some reason. But they give you the thing that powers up ground moves. Okay. Makes total sense to me, aside from the parts where it doesn't. Yep, just this and... yeah. Okay, I'm still thinking here. Again, there's the 2 legendary locations in Mount Mortar, and that, as far as I know, is like all we haven't done here. I don't even think there's anything special in Dark Cave. So, yeah, back off to Olivine, I guess, and we are gonna get on a boat. Motherfucker. Is the boat place? No, that's the cafe. So I guess, yeah, it would be over here. Ah, yes, fast ship is part of the name. They're that confident in it. Whoa. Oh god, I think she fell overboard, dude. I don't believe there's anywhere for you to do that on this boat. Like, go out on deck at all? I don't think so. Oh, good thing that we decided to let our croc out here first, because, yes, get your minds out of the gutter. But we're up against a dirt type first, so that's easy pickings. Just completely free, basically. Hooray! I don't know if there's any purpose to checking the garbage cans, but I'll do it anyway. I mean, they're there. Maybe it'll show us how to open Lieutenant Surge's gym. Wait, no, that might be changed in this game. I don't remember what Gen 2 Surge Gym looks like offhand. But everybody remembers those stupid garbage can locks. These are kind of awful. Oh, that's just the same guy. I would expect there to be multiple gentleman sprites around here that are available to battle, but surprised there wasn't one right there. Oh well. Hey, it's delivered. Most people pronounce it as Delibird, but apparently it is officially delivered, which I dislike a lot. It's not even a good Pokemon. Get that thing out of here. Remember when you could just catch that super early in, I think it was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for some reason? And sure, you could probably feed it some TMs to make it suck less, but... But use Fampy! Hey, that's a good Pokemon. That's a Pokemon that is actually likable. So I'm not immediately going to send out Donphan to deal with it. No. I'm gonna be even rude to it. Yeah, no garbage can to look in there. Alright. Nothing in here. Surprisingly, not a whole lot of dudes to fight yet. Well, we got this guy at least. About to use coughing. Yeah, I'll just deal with things this way. About to use Flareon. I mean, that'd probably be easier to fight with Surf, but I'm sure this will be fine. Head down to the second floor. Sure. Wow, we get 2 side quests. Oh, won't let me go through until I find your... Hey, are you the guy? Is there another garbage can I haven't checked here? Oh, here's the guy goofing off. Leading off with a Machop, because that's usually what the sailors do. About to use a Machoke. Possibly end it with Machamp. It'll fit the levels. No, he's ending it off with Psyduck. Well, alright, dude. And now Wade is calling us because somehow we actually have phone reception inside this boat. Well, good job, you fought a Pidgey. I don't even think by that point they have gusts, so like, congratulations, dude. You may have seen her. You can say you don't remember, but saying, oh, I may have seen her go by sounds a lot more suspect, my dude. Sheesh. Opening with Raticate. That's fine. Well, at least this guy isn't horribly ill, so that's that. Never mind, but apparently nothing in the garbage can. Well, at least he hasn't started hurling yet, I guess. I don't remember if we've seen a Mr. Mime up to this point. I've forgotten already. Wow, good job, me. Descended Magmar. We haven't seen one of those yet. Well, let's let somebody get some experience for it. Oh, good job there, Fritz. You didn't do very well. Flail for almost no damage. I'm slightly more embarrassed I didn't one-shot the Sea King, but it's for only Pokemon, so I guess that happens sometimes. Hold up, it looks like there was some stuff past... No, nope, I was wrong! Only looked like it a little bit. Oh, I feel like this would be something that people would know a little more about if she was bothering the captain. Hey, cool, we got a metal coat. That means we don't have to rob Magnemites for those. And the boat has pulled in. No music change whatsoever. This is such, like, speedy and action-packed music for this. It's slightly over the top. Be a significantly more peaceful-sounding version of Vermilion City's theme than we do on the original generation. Wednesdays and Sundays every week. Gotcha. Well, we're not going to be riding that thing again on stream. I apologize. Hey, guy, you got anything to say? Oh. Well, I thought he was going to block us, but I see what the problem is. Someone else is... I thought he was going to, like, interrupt us and be like, you're not going to be able to get anywhere out there, kiddo. There's a Snorlax out there. Yeah, this guy's still employing a Machop to pave over the land a little bit here. You've been at that for 2 years, dude. I think it was 2 years. Something like that. But now that we're on the other side of the ocean, give me just a minute here. I'll be right back, everybody. Alright. Back to it. Back to having a look at our options and seeing what we can do around here, because there's things. Oh, we can get in the grass and we can encounter Pokemon at very low levels. With different encounter music for some reason. Yeah, see, I mean, level 15 is slightly more respectable than I think you usually find in this area, but also, like, that's still nothing. Oh, solve the problem with the power plant for that. Okay. That will open the region up a little bit more for us. Saffron City. We should still be able to get a TM29 from Mr. Psychic here. Yeah, there we go. That's always a nice thing to pick up. I mean, who doesn't like that? I'll tell you who. Anyone in my party, basically. Well, that was a real good use of my time. Say, is this the Silphco building? Yep. Hey, I got nice sofas out here. We're not allowed to sit in them or even stand on them. Cool, we got a thing that we're not going to be able to use. Hell yeah. I love it when that happens. Love when a plan comes together. We did, in fact, ignore the trainers on Route 6, I think it is. I'll deal with that in a moment. Don't worry. And yeah, in Kanto, even the regular trainer battles have a little bit remixed music. But also, this dude is coming at us with a level 27 coughing. Which I think is actually worse than any of the stuff we found on the boat. Like, sheesh. Well, shouldn't he have actual rock-type Pokemon? At, like, actual levels? As this guy's got just a Flareon. This thing is not gonna last to a Surf, that's for sure. Whoa. This one also going to explode? Well, I think using Surf might help us out with damaging faster. There we go. Okay, there's a guy up there. Not sure what else there was here. Oh boy, it's Magnemite. That's a Pokemon that exists. We can probably Fire Punch the rest of this dude's Magnemites. I assume he's got 2 Magnemite left. Nice. Well, I mean, I assume magnets, but I guess how do those work, right? Oh, hey, look, it's this absolute classic. Which is probably gonna have a bad time here. That's some really good damage. Yup. Oh wow, we haven't had one of those for a while, I don't think, actually, so... say? Oh. Seems like it could be helpful. You know anywhere where I can get one of those, guy? Yeah, the power plant. I'll deal with that shortly. I mean, that's fair, but... Robert sent out Quagsire. Oh, we got a good level advantage. This shouldn't be so hard. Probably. Yeah, not too bad, see? Watch out, he's heavily armed. Yeah, there's Machamp for you. Capable of doing about as much as usual. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Ah, shit. Rock Tunnel is also blacked out. God damn it. You expect me to get Flash to go through that? Fuck, no. I'll just go around. Imagine teaching Flash to a Pokemon. Come on. And it's in, like, full blackout mode. It's not even like Gen 1 where you can sort of bump around and be like, I can vaguely read the map. Kind of. Anything going on in the fighting dojo, actually? Can we get into some battles and, like, do anything fun here? Like, get some experience? Oh, no, they're just telling me that one dude is in Mount Mortar, and I can steal their focus band. Hell yeah. Well, I'm off. Is this... Oh, this must be the... Yeah, this is the train station. Right. Of course it ends at Saffron City, because the other side is in Goldenrod City. I was like, what's that place called? And yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, if I recall correctly, and I'm not saying I do, but I gotta go up here to go deal with the power plant shenanigans. First thing I can do is I can go over to the place where Cerulean Cave, or as we used to know it way back in the late 90s, the Unknown Dungeon is hanging out. That name, I believe, was used in the official guide for this game that Nintendo put out. I don't know if it was used anywhere else, but it just sort of became the official name of the place for a little while, the Unknown Dungeon. You know, great choice of name. I think. Oh, we can't get to it from here. We have to do something different. Okay, then. Yeah, calling it the Unknown Dungeon back in the day kind of really betrayed the fact that these games definitely were probably intended to be a little bit different in terms of the tone of the world building and everything. Oh, hey, look, it's not a Goldeen. It's not even at a good level, but I'll fight it anyway. Give me that level 7, come on. We're not going to get enough experience for level 47. Oh, Sea King, a Pokemon that exists. The only Pokemon that could learn Waterfall in Gen 1. Until they actually turned it into a real HM move in this game with things you can do with it on the field. Otherwise, it just happened to exist in Gen 1 and was not as good a move as Surf. It's one of those very, very odd moves in terms of, like, all the stuff in this series. That version of it is just like, huh, that's a weird thing to exist. Oh, this Oddish is about to have a very, very difficult time. And by that I mean it's about to explode, basically. No, wait, no, I can't use Explosion. I don't mean like that. Like, in terms of weird Pokemon moves, I think Kinesis is probably one of the ones that's very high up there for me. In terms of like, oh yeah, that really takes the cake of being kind of goofy. Specifically because in Gen 1, nothing could learn it in Red Blue. It wasn't until Yellow that Kadabra could actually legitimately learn Kinesis. Prior to that point, it existed just to get called by metronomes sometimes, and be a weird thing for data miners to stumble into. I mean, obviously that wasn't the intent by the developers. I don't think there are a lot of times when developers really intend that to be a thing, but it certainly is the case that that's what it ended up as. Oh yeah, I see the Nugget Bridge trainers are basically just spread out throughout the weird tree maze here. What a strangely designed location. But use Blossom. I guess somebody has to actually use this, huh? Wow. I forgot that any trainers had this. This Pokemon that's not that great. It certainly exists, alright. Hey, at least a little bit of strategizing, I guess. We had some back-to-back battles here. Against this goofball's Nidoking. Oh, nothing over here. Well. Oh well. Oh boy, Paris, this thing has so many double weaknesses, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's also level 29, so we can just eliminate it this way. Oh, at least you upgrade to Parasect at the very end there, kiddo. Unfortunately, it is still going to get absolutely destroyed by fire, so... Oops. I see, this is just some guy. Unfortunately, super nerd, huh? And using a Porygon, which at least is kind of a super nerdy Pokemon to use, I suppose. Hey, you. Yay, we got some free money. By free money, I mean we gotta fight this guy. Well, whatever. Free money! Close enough. Trying to learn Rapid Spin. It's not very useful, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna stop learning that. Oh, here's somebody who hasn't battled in a while, is our Magneton. Or Magneton. To use Charmeleon. Well, that can be eliminated quite safely with a wide variety of Pokemon. And yeah, Bill's house is apparently just named Sea Cottage for some reason. Yeah, I don't have a lick tongue, dude. Why would you want to see that? Yeesh. Alright, does the Team Rocket Bye Bye a Go-Go guy not show up until you actually go to the power plant or something? Or am I going to be required to go with Lieutenant Surge or something? That's also a possibility. Anywhere we can get into this dude's backyard? So I see a guy back there. I don't know if there's any purpose to that guy. Oh, yeah, it's actually just open. Oh, I thought there was a guy who, like, blocked it off and would give you the Berserk gene. I guess we have to actually pick that up another way. And we need Cut to access Route 9. Well, I guess I'll do that later. Because, to be honest with you, I don't feel like it. Is Route 4 completely blocked off? Yeah, it's a one-way street. Well, boo-earns. See, I guess at least there is some sort of, like, physical progression in Kanto. It always feels to me like... I always sort of remember, like, there isn't any for some reason, but I guess there actually is, so... I'm an idiot, is what I'm saying. At least as regards this thing. And probably most other things, but especially this thing. Oh, the whole bike shop just moved? I guess there's no place in this world for multiple bike shops or something. Eesh. Is it that hard to get a business for a bike shop in Pokemon universe? That you're only allowed one per 2 regions? Oh. So they just didn't want to program an NPC in front of it, I guess. Sure. Whatever, game. Uncouth trainers. Okay, yeah, that's a very silly word choice, alright. Let's see if there's anything going on here in the Game Freak building. Well, there's this dude. Oh, fine. I don't want to open up the clock menu again. That's a pain in the ass. Well, I suppose we can cycling road down to Fuchsia. But, no, first let me go and deal with some other stuff. A couple other random trainers. At least I think these guys are battleable. This guy is a Phanpy, which is a pretty alright Pokemon. I feel positively about this thing. I wish I could have caught it the one time we saw it, but... Rex. Oh, you see, those are two version-exclusive Pokemon from earlier in the generation. Alan. It's even spelled the same way as, you know. Actually him. I mean, is this where he's been the last week and change? Could be. I hope he's doing alright. Is this the Pokemon fan club? Yeah, this is where the nerd with his nerd Rapidash horse. Yeah. Yeah. And what happened? Again, I hope he's doing alright. So I guess I can just cut my way into that place and... No, in that case, I'll just go deal with the power plant. Like, fine, let me be able to actually move around the region some. I mean, I can fly, but... that won't get me everywhere. guess we'll put you over there, dude. And Ducks, you can come with us and cut down some bushes. It did look a little bit like it was having a problem, didn't it? Very well could have, and after that surf, probably. Yes, here's a significantly more sensibly placed Raichu. That one from early in the game is just always going to kind of be like a thing that I think about a lot. Switch to old Pokedex mode, and for some reason, you say it has to spend that long on a loading screen in universe. But yeah, let's go take a look at this theory in a second. Like, I think it's supposed to be like the first leg is folded up in the middle of a step, but it does kind of look like shit. There's just no getting around it. It does kind of look a little bit off. That could have been drawn significantly better. Everybody's out here telling me about littering. There must be a problem here. Maybe if I could actually get good information out of the item finder in this era. You can't afford international minutes on a bug catcher salary. Yeah. Come on, you're gonna cause yourself a problem here, buddy. Let's send him Primeape. Oh, I'm sure we can turn that thing into not being alive anymore. But not in the fun, useful Annihilate kind of way. Poliwrath, that's another Pokemon I can just stay in on and obliterate with Psychic. That's just a patch of grass that's going to have very underleveled wild Pokemon. Oh, buddy, I don't think you want to explore the rock tunnel. Why would you do that to yourself? Golduck. Pokemon you can use, yeah? use Sand Slash. That we can just stay in on. I mean, we got plenty of Pokemon that can deal with it. It's ground type, so it's weak to ice. Probably raise up a couple more of our actual Pokemon here. Levels are still in a place where I can probably get away with the lower level Pokemon in the party still. Although Dugtrio is going to be easy by virtue of being made of paper. Yeah, buddy, that's simply not a good Pokemon to lead with, Dugtrio. This is back in the day when Onix didn't usually require a second hit because it's sturdy. Thank you. Thank you, world and internet. And, I don't know what the internet should get for that, but, sturdy is one of those things that's just absolutely infuriating to see in-game. Like, it's got its purposes and all, but it's mostly just there in-game to be like, by the way, your Pokemon is going to take... this battle is going to take needlessly long. It's like when random trainers use Protect if they're not doing a strategy, which... it's a Pokemon game. You don't actually get opposing trainers doing anything strategic unless you're playing the GameCube games, basically. Or the Stadium games, too, but those are just kind of a little different in general, because that's not something where experience is distributed in a traditional adventure style. Yeah, where do limbs number 5 and 6 go when it evolves into Golem? Like, what the heck? Okay, well, I came here because I wanted to find out about the the power plant. Anything to say, guys? Yeah, it definitely seems like an extra jerk thing to do, but I wonder... Wow, it's almost like it's Team Rocket or something, being big jerks. If I have a Doug Trio, trade it for your Magneton. Magneton. I wouldn't take that trade even if I did. Yeesh. Come on. Game. What are you doing? I'm ready to blast someone, yeah. So I started blasting. What a guy. And he's talking about Zap Cannon, so he's probably got... So anyway, I used Zap Cannon, and then he missed because Zap Cannon has 50% accuracy. And yet I'm probably still gonna pick it up as a TM, just to be like, yeah, okay, I've got Lock On. And if I recall correctly, this is still an era where Magneton basically does not have moves. Because there's no Steel-type move that really fits with the thematics of Magneton. I'm pretty sure it literally just has, like, normal and electric moves. And granted, it does kind of have that problem even into the now. But it gets Steel moves because Flash Cannon was finally made, like, Gen 5, I think? Yeah, Gen 5. Yeah, so by level up, Magneton literally only learns normal and electric moves. It does get 4 moves, pardon me, of other types, but they're all status moves, because they're Curse, Toxic, Rain Dance, and Rest. So, whoopty shit, I can probably fairly just be like, okay, I'll keep Zap Cannon and Lock On there, in addition to my Thunderbolt and, like, Tri-Attack or something, because I have to do something with these move slots, and there really is almost nothing else to do! But also, Thunder would be better than Zap Cannon. Oh, I just realized it doesn't even learn Thunderbolt. There's a move tutor for it, apparently. I don't know shit about move tutors. What do you... Bill's father can be visited outside the Goldenrod Game Corner every Wednesday and Saturday if the player has the coin case and is in Hall of Fame. 3 different moves for 4,000 coins. Yeah, so it's... He can teach you Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt for a whopping 4,000 coins, which is, like... What, I think... tens of thousands of currency, if I recall correctly. Like, it's kind of stupid. That's a price to pay for that, alright. Right, 5,000, 500 for 10,000, so... That's... 80 grand to teach this thing fucking Thunderbolt. Ooh, the Gen 2 games are such a goddamn mess, guys. Like... For everyone who's like, oh, I love Johto, I love Gen 2, Gold, Silver, Crystal, it's the best. Fuck you! You're wrong! They're still playable because they're Pokemon, and they're still, like, you know, enjoyable inside of that. I don't think I've ever played a mainline Pokemon game that I've been like, oh yeah, this is garbage. I didn't enjoy any of my time with it. There are some that have come close. But let us not confuse that for these games being good. So literally, if I want a similar option that is affordable, I would be stuck with Thunder. Oh boy, the worst part is I might actually do it later. Get Thunderbolt, I mean, not Thunder. What kind of sicko do you think I am? Oh, hi, Diglett. That's a cute, doofy overworld sprite. That's not about the level that I would draw. Oh, he had to do some pretty serious work to make this work. So, to be fair, let's give him some credit for that. That technologically, this game is wondrous. Balance-wise, whoa. Ah, yes, it's the Team Rocket member who talks weird. Oops, I'm so sorry. You're not hurt, okay? I'm very busy. No time for talking with you. Not good for me if seen by somebody. And he suddenly realizes, oh shit. Oh no, you seen me already. What, do you think my eyes were closed? I make big mistake. Hey, you, forget you see me, okay? You see here, know nothing. Okay, bye kid, nothing. Bye-bye a go-go. People love this guy for some reason. For his incredibly goofy way of talking. I don't know what it is in the Japanese version. I assume he's just got like... I assume he's just got like a really unfortunate accent, to put it nicely. And by that, I mean severely exaggerated in the text. But it is like... This do kind of be like... let's just say that I think if you wrote this today, you'd get in some shit. Like, I don't want to come out here and say the P word too much here, because the internet has ruined anything to do with that, but like... Ooh, boy. Again, kind of reminds me a little bit... Why did I say again? Probably because I was thinking about it because I was working on that script recently. Or a related script anyway. It does sort of remind me a little bit of the, like... very bad racism in BN2, in Mega Man Battle Network 2. And by bad, I don't just mean like, oh yeah, this is like really, really gross, because obviously it's racism. There's no good racism, but it's also like, wow, this is profoundly stupid kind of thing. Of just like, oh hey, yeah, you wrote the people who weren't in your analog of Japan with really goofy phonetic accents, and they had vocal tics. Like, wow, good job. But yeah, you said that, and I did immediately have, like, an instant flash to the one horribly racist Chinese character in Omicron, the Nomad Soul. I was almost about to say just a David Cage game, because I feel like name-checking it specifically is a way to invite a curse upon you, but also that feels like, wow, saying a racist character in a David Cage game, that's really unhelpful. Anyway, hey, I got the machine chunk. I guess I gotta go give it to the guy. Fair enough. Yeah! Yeah, we sure did. Hooray! We got a really shit TM. Awesome. It's not what anyone would consider accurate. Buddy! Ooh, I think you're selling it a little short on its inability to hit things. A surprising amount of things in our party can learn this, and none of them want to. But I'm feeding it over to Magneton anyway. Even though, yes, it does learn Zap Cannon on its own at level, like, 53 or something stupid. But I'm never going to use that piece of shit any other way. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, by solving the power plant crisis, we have now opened up the bullet train. And also, well, obviously they don't call it a bullet train because, like, oh, you're not allowed to say the B word in a kid's game or something. Thanks, Nintendo, you weeps. No, they call it a magnet train, which, I mean, obviously that's also perfectly... That's also perfectly correct. You know, fucking magnet trains, how do they work? Wade! You are gonna rack up one hell of a phone bill. Just telling me about your Caterpie. And I'm this far away, dude. I mean, it's quite considerate. We don't have to go over and visit him to find out that he still sucks. Right? Credit where it's due or something. Go here and heal real quick. Wait, is Silver's little brother? At this point, it's believable. Now, 1 second, I gotta look for something. Okay, so we just have to go back to Lavender Town, I guess. Oh yeah, we gotta go out to the right side of Saffron City for that. Whoops! Yay! We got the thing that will let us listen to the local radio. This does, in fact, have a purpose. Over here, and go to our radio. There you go. Stream your Poké Flute music because you can't find a regular Poké Flute anywhere, and you have no musical talent whatsoever. And we find ourselves a level 50 Snorlax. Ooh, buddy, that's a beefy fellow. That'd be a really strong thing to catch, but I'll be fine. I mean, hopefully this thing doesn't just murder all of my Pokemon immediately, but... Ooh, ouch. That's painful. It's got leftovers. That feels like it would be a good catch, but also I kind of just want the experience. Well, that was fun with the surf completely taking out the one channel of the music. Ouch, the rollout damage. Oh, that's gonna be a problem sooner rather than later, isn't it? If you could, like, learn how to miss that attack, Snorlax, that'd be great. Mr. Fuji makes 0.000001 cents off every Pokéfood stream. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Wow, alright. That was very, very painful. And yeah, Snorlax healing with leftovers, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure if we get hit by rollout, even with our resist, we die. Hey, nice burn. That'll offset the leftover seal, that's for sure. Wow, we actually lived that. That's impressive. It tried to snore. Wow, it tried to snore while it's awake. You ever try to snore while you're awake? Don't. Anyway, that's what Zap Cannon looks like, in case you were curious. Wow, that was worth, like, nothing for that. And I know you're like, oh, it was split between 3 Pokemon. You are correct, but also... Whew, wow. Only, like, 1,000 base before the split? Ugh. Maybe I should have caught it. Well, believe you me, you're probably not going to see it very many times ever again in your entire life. Because Zap Cannon sucks. Zap Cannon is kind of hilarious, though, because it's like... It is such a badly put together move. Like, okay... It always paralyzes when it hits, assuming that it doesn't kill. But it has 50% accuracy, and it has less base damage than Thunder, And it only has 5 PP. Like, you can't even use it effectively as a status applying move in a lot of cases because it's 100 base damage. They did eventually up it to 120, which is the level that Thunder used to be at because they bumped it, Blizzard, and Fire Blast down to 110 because of game balance reasons. You know, game balance reasons. Big air quotes as I look at Gen 9 in its entirety. Yo, free nuggets. Hey. Goes just downward. Do you have anything to say, random scientist man? Yeah, it sure is, isn't it? Rather have the gold nugget. This guy doesn't seem like he's got much in the way of advice. To be fair. So... make our way down to Viridian City here, and let's, oh yeah, the trainer house is a thing, which has battles against trainers that... I forget what changes what the trainer that you fight is. It's something to do with using the link cable. But outside of that, you can just fight the default guy that they have there, who has what I believe are level 50 versions of all of the fully evolved Johto starter Pokemon. That's interesting, I suppose. Yawn? Oh, that's the wrong move. Oh, I bet that TM is Dream Eater. Yeah, I remember this scenario from Gen 1. Thanks, dude. I guess. Actually, no, wait, no, I still have some more things to go cut down. And also, you do kind of need it to navigate in Kanto a little more than so. Much as it bothers me, we're not putting ducks away just yet. Ah, yes. Shorts. Every youngster's only personality traits. Meanwhile, this guy's just sending out garbage bees over and over again. You know, as one does. But hey, Pewter City, that's right. It is a place that exists, believe it or not. So I think we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go fight Brock. That's right, I'm doing the Kanto gym leaders in order of how you normally fight them, for some reason. Remember when the guy who was in this position in Gen 1 had, like, a really dumb threat that at least was worth a chuckle? And now he's just like, trainers in this gym use Rock-type Pokemon. Fights could go on for a while. And then he opens up with a Sand Slash. You know, that famous Rock-type Pokemon, Sand Slash! You know? Get that bullshit out of here. It's like, oh, you're from the other region. You're from the other side of the mountain. I gotta switch parties here real quick. Actually, do you think that, like, all the gym leaders have various alternate Pokemon parties that they, like, swap between based on how many badges a challenger has? I mean, I guess Gen 9 kind of proved that they don't, but conceptually, do you think that would be a thing that they would do if these games were programmed by a serious company? Kabutops is a Pokemon that I can't exploit the double weakness of, but water would just be neutral damage, so I'm going for some Thunder Punch. Because that's usually pretty effective. Yeah, I know, I'm asking a lot, aren't I? Ooh! Ouch! Damn! Fucking crit, obviously. And then endure, okay. Funny. And switching in Rhyhorn, that is something that can just get absolutely erased. That's right, get that thing out of here. We got Amistar here, who we can possibly just make suffer with this. Assuming that this thing doesn't have Earthquake, which... I mean, let's never say never, right? Surf will be painful, but it should be survivable. Kind of, anyway. Alright, let's see some good numbers here. Come on! Yeah! Well, at least if I'm going to have nothing else to do with that particular move slot, at least I can do some good damage off of it, because Magneton is still very potent. Yes, Jasmine has a Steelix, and we all made fun of it because it was completely pathetic. Like, it's a little bit harsh when your two other Pokemon are both Magnemite, and they're probably better than it. Like, ooh. Ooh. Good fucking job there, Jasmine. You. Just... So, by the way, they did not give Viridian Forest its own map. There's just a zone here that you walk through. Keeps doing that mistake. Do I need Cut anymore? I'll need it to get to Diglett's Cave, I guess. But until then, no good. And by no good, I mean yes good, really, but... Oh, I thought there were at least trainers in here. Viridian Forest has completely cleaned itself out, I guess. That's weird. Alright, then. Alright, so let's see what overgrown weird piece of garbage that this bug catcher has. Ariados. This thing is kind of garbage. Wow, who could imagine? Yep, that's what's in front of us. That's our... Oh. Whoop. Yeah, hang on a second. My microphone is not liking its positioning here. Pain. Ah. Sorry about the horrible noises. But they should probably be over now. Until I look at it funny and it's just... Yeah, exactly. There's like at least one female bug type trainer in this series somewhere. Viola from Gen 6, right? Yeah. And I think just her somehow. Yeah, pretty much. If only you had waited around a couple of years to become a bug maniac. You might have had something to offer somebody, but here we are. Unfortunately, our stats aren't quite as good as, you know, enough to one-shot a Jinx, which is weird because it's made of complete and utter zero durability, but cannot always be helped. If Poké Centers didn't heal your Mon's stats, but instead returned them to the condition in which they were caught, that would be awful. That would be a deeply frustrating experience. Oh, it would. I mean, it would give a little more value to healing items, too, just in general. Okay, that's a switch out situation here. Oh no, my evasiveness. Oh no. About to use Starmie. I'll stay with this. I regret, but... Ah, good. I'm glad we're not through with that anytime soon. That's better. We got out of confusion pretty... Alright, you got anything going on here, Professor Oak? Oh, he's just here to tell me, yeah, come out here when you've beaten every gym leader. Hey, look, because the Pokemon are scaled to where they would be in the Kanto journey, we get to find a level 2 Pidgey this deep into the game. Awesome. One of the many problems with some of the balancing here. Like I said, there really is not going to be a good place to grind levels on wild Pokemon after a point. Yeah, it's a bad decision. Oh no, I already put away my caught Pokemon, so I don't have to even think about that right now. I can just go and fly all the way back up to Pewter because I don't want to deal with garbage in Forest. Oh hey, there's a Furo. Do you remember that Pokemon? Sort of. Well, Furo is definitely a better bird than Pidgeot, that's for sure. I usually tend to prefer Dodrio, but of course it's a bit more of a pain in the butt to get. Send in Arbok. Well, Arbok is yet again a Pokemon I don't have to really worry about too much. Unless he taught it Earthquake for some reason, which... Are you even gonna, like, tell me about a rebattle opportunity, Wade, or are you just... Yeah, well, abilities didn't exist in this era. And even then, Magneton didn't get that as an ability for some reason. Wade wasted 50 Pokeballs on a Caterpie. I believe it. You know? This is slightly risky. Or maybe his Magmar doesn't have a fire move. There's always that possibility. You know, those good old mid-late game Gen 1 Pokemon that have like 2 moves to start with, and then they didn't necessarily get updated move pools until much later in the series. Wow, Weezing did not die. Weezing is quite sturdy at times, so I get it, but still surprised. What's this guy got for us? Fire Breather Burt. Unless you're Burt Reynolds, that is just a silly choice of a name, friend. Where's Ernie, right? Wait, no, that was a different spelling of Burt. Oh, he apparently doesn't like me making fun of his name, so he just self-destructed with his coughing. Wow, what a guy. Slugma, huh? I have no respect for this Pokemon whatsoever, so I'm not even gonna think about switching out. On the other hand, nor am I gonna try to lock on Zap Cannon it. Just in case I can one-shot... Rock Throw. Yes, thank you, Roundy. Not even using a Fire-type move, it just used Rock Throw on us. Does it not have a Fire-type move? The way Pokemon learn moves in this game, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Oh, hey, it's this douchebag. Also, there's no Pokemon Center out here. They took that away. Well, darn. So now I get to fight John Romero, and he's got a full party for once. You know what? Respect. You did at least figure that part out. Now, as for the rest, I have no idea, because you are still leading off with Sneasel, which is, like, the most unfortunate Pokemon of this generation, and that's saying a lot. Oh, buddy. Eh, 6 damage is still an amount that's a little bit surprising. As I was fully expecting that hit to do 5 damage instead. About to use Magneton. About to use one of his own. That's fair. That's a good call. Unfortunately, I've got a far better call for you, my friend. And that is that there's just a lot that you can do to get out of jam by the sheer power of bullshit. Come on, give me that crit. Give me that 12 times damage for just optimal annihilation. Eh, no crit, but I mean, that thing got turned into paste, so it's fine. About to use Golbat. Well, I see you haven't learned enough yet, then, because you don't have Crobat. Then again, maybe he just treats his Pokemon like such dog shit that Golbat was at 0 friendship to begin with, so he's got that long to go to get it to Crobat. And we'll give it a piece of that. It's melting! Overkill so hard you wipe out its entire species. Yes. And truth be told, that's what I could have done here with Tauros once again, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use Psychic, because that is still a one-hit kill. Just maybe to prove a point a little bit that, remember, Ghost type was supposed to counter Psychic back in the day. Unfortunately, he's bringing out his own Alakazam, and his is actually fully evolved, so... Ooh. How do I deal with that? I'm gonna throw a big crocodile in front of it. That's how. That's right, buddy. Let me show you my rejected Godzilla monster. Ouch! Ooh, that is a pretty monstrous hit there. I guess at least it was a crit, which means that I can fairly just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna heal my way out of that. Okay, so as long as I don't get crit again, even with Recover, I should still wipe the floor with this thing. That's it. Especially if I get the crit, which I'm using Slash, so there's a possibility. Turns out it wasn't necessary. Oh, yeah. And his last Pokemon is Meganium. So, our best bet, we have not leveled Helion worth of shit, so I'm going to throw in the Big Zam and just land some more Fire Punches. This is... yeah, unfortunately no one-hit, so we're probably gonna live through that? Wow, okay, I'm surprised. I guess Meganium just has, like, no physical attack whatsoever. Level 46, hell yeah, we are almost at a point where we've learned Earthquake, finally. Yeah, no, buddy, you are still kinda garbage. Is he saying all that, like, oh, fair and square, I guess I'm not good enough through gritted teeth? He is grimacing so hard right now that he's about to turn purple. Yeah, easy joke. Overdosing on copium. Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, boy. Like, every single rival in this series who's like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be the best Pokemon trainer ever. And then just cannot catch up. Ultimately, I think it's probably good that they started to change how they handled rival characters in this series. Oh, right, there's like a little place up here on the top of Mount Moon. I forgot that they rearranged it so much. I admit that I don't remember that super well, but I'll have to, like, go back through it at some point, through Pokemon Y. I do actually have a copy of that with my 3DS. Somewhere. No, I know where the game is. I think the 3DS is in a drawer, and I think I remember which one. I certainly didn't get rid of it. That would be stupid. Plus, I assume that Citra is still somewhere out there on the internet if I want to emulate it. Or alternately, maybe somebody came up with something else in the interim. Which is technically a possibility. Like, don't let things like ill-advised or anything like that ever stop any folks on the internet. Oh, I see. You know what? Second place is fine. It's fine! It's... There's this part of me that wants to be like... That would probably want to be after a fight like that, like, oh yeah, you're never going to be able to take on the champion. Dream on, kid. And then I remember, oh right, the Gen 6 champion, Diantha is not hard, I apologize. That's... Actually, in general, Gen 6 is like... not very difficult. If I recall correctly. But they also really just love to hand you things that break the game, and just so many free Pokemon in general. It's like, this is ridiculous. Azahar, I'll have to take a look into that. Excuse me. I mean, personally, my feelings about it are that it's entirely fair, especially when you remember that Pokemon games are made for... What the fuck are you doing with a level 12 Pidgey, dude? Pokemon games are literally made for children, so... Like, fine if it's easy, you know? That's a thing that'll happen in a case like that. In a non-zero amount of cases. Sir, why did you have a level 12 Pidgey and then a level 34 Pidgeot? Like... I've seen some baffling teams in these games before, but this one is special. Why not, though? I'm just like... That's a really weird decision on the part of the development team. There's been a lot of weird decisions in terms of balance and stuff. It's like you're checking RP Super Mario. Jeez. I mean, yes, but... just, there's some very, very off-the-wall teams and everything in this game. I still feel like, hey, we're in the second region. We've already become the champion. Why is everything still the levels in the 30s? Silver and Crystal are so odd with regard to a lot of things. Oh yeah, Furt is pretty good. Good sprite work there. A fun-looking creature. Alright, Rapidash, we can just deal with that with a little bit of, well, a different type of animal that's known for charging around and has horns. This one's got Earthquake. Also, yes, I mentioned it the last time that it happened. That Rapidash animation is super long. I think that might be the longest Pokemon animation in the entire game that I've seen so far. It's very possible there's things like legendaries and stuff that have longer animations when they get sent out. But still, dang. That one's like, ooh, I'm waiting to catch a bus here. It's not truly that bad. It's just like, huh, that's way longer than the others that I've seen up to this point. Pokemon known for being fast, the battle is slow to start with it. Alright, fly me over to Saffron City just to skip over a route that has nothing in it. I want to go back to the train station, and we are briefly going back to Johto, where I'm going to spend ungodly amounts of money. Yes? Oh, I need the train ticket, don't I? Why don't I have the train ticket? How do I fix that? Copycat. So I can get that in here. Okay, I got you now. There's a whole thing. Sorry, I'm looking to see if it tells me where the copycat house is moved. There's Mr. Psychic, who's just hanging out there, distributing TM29 as usual. Oh, I see. It's in this unlabeled house. I mean, listen, something about video games and agency here. Blah, 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 an argument that Bioshock Infinite literally did 10 times worse. Anyway. It's at the Pokemon Fan Club, so we can go get that, and then we can go get the Rail Pass, and I can spend, like, legitimately a ludicrous amount of money. in order to get Thunderbolt on one Pokemon. Well, thanks to the rare candy, dude. I was hoping that you had something to say about the... Yeah, he's definitely got quite a rant that they blah 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 past, so... Oh, I... Not have the... Oh, it's this guy who has it. Okay. Well, dude, Clefairy is something... Just sit around Mount Moon for, like, a week, and eventually it'll show up. I think. Or, what you can do is you can go to a major Pokemon tournament, and you can just go up to one of the guys there, and you can be like, hey, I really need a Clefairy, and they probably have, like, 800 or so Clefairy eggs that they've hatched trying to get their good Clefable. But I digress. Let's head back to the train station and finally go back to Goldenrod. I didn't remember this piece of music at all. Neat. That's a fun little ditty. They'll throw in there. Alright, so there's the guy outside the game corner. Alright, I want some coins. That's right. We need 4,000 to do what I want to do here. Absolutely disgusting amount of money I gotta pay for this bullshit. It's not even for bullshit either. Alright, yeah, what do you got? Yeah, 4,000 coins. We get it, you have a gambling problem. I mean, funnily enough, I can teach Thunderbolt 2 bullshit. You know, a remnant from that era of Gen 1 where everything learned, like, every single move if it was normal type. And he's off to go and spend ridiculous amounts of somebody else's money. Well, I hope you're happy with yourself, dude. Get on the train and go back. Gotta feed that crippling gambling addiction somehow. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. And I guess at least he's not doing it with the family's money. My understanding is that that's Bill's dad, so... Yeah, I believe we have to come back out here and go bother Misty. Yeah, there she is. She's out on a date. And the other guy just runs away. So the 6 Pokemon in the Route 25 forest area there are the replacement for Nugget Bridge. Which basically means, yeah, unfortunately, no more Nugget Bridge. It's also no longer a Team Rocket guy giving the item out, so... that might be for the better or something. Anyway... Let's see about taking on Misty's Gym here as our ending thing for the evening. How hard could this possibly be? We have plenty of electric attacks. I guess at this point there are water ground types, but all of, like, Quagsire and Quagsire. And, you know, Quagsire. Yeah, you're right, I forgot Quagsire. How could I? It's terrible. Why did I do that to Quagsire? That Pokemon doesn't deserve that. Yeesh. Ah, yes, the good old spinny Thunderbolt. Horsey, Seadra. This person could end the set with Kingdra, I suppose. That'd be something. It would be a Pokemon that wouldn't be completely free with Thunderbolt. At least. But no, they're about to use a Horsey. Wow, what an excellent choice. Well, let's see how this goes. Answer, probably not too difficult. I mean, her levels are going to be higher than the goofballs in the rest of the gym, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Hopefully. Although, actually, yeah, I think does a lot of damage. That could be an issue. We're not going to get hard carried by Magneton today, it looks like. Too damn slow. Well, there's Quagsire. We just mentioned that earlier. Area is off to be the hero of the day. Except probably not. just a guess. Well, it does have Earthquake, which is a quite respectable move. I have to give it points for that. About to use the Lapras. Again, actually, I've got a fairly decent party of Pokemon here for only having 4. Why does she not have 5? Whereas, Brock had 5. I forget how many Lieutenant Surge has, but of course, I think they sort of expect you to go fight Surge first, because you land in Vermilion City. Meanwhile, I was like, okay, but what if I just fought them in the same order as you fight them in Red, Blue, Yellow? Or the expected order in RBY anyway. That's gonna hoit. Ooh. We're just barely hanging on there. That's kind of incredible, actually, that we didn't die from that. Alright, last Pokemon is, like, guaranteed to be Starmie, right? Yeah, I called that. Easy choice. Now, I kind of wish we had Crunch already, but I don't think we get that until level, like, probably 49, actually, the way this is going. But listen, I don't care if you have Rain Dance up. I don't think Surf is your best choice here, buddy. At least it does kind of give me the impression that there's no Confuse Ray to worry about. Hey, good, we got the higher roll there for damage. Hooray! And yet Babar is still not level 49. Which I think it's at level 58, so should be pretty close. Question mark? Oh, 47, pardon me. So yeah, I guess we would even need another level past that, but alright. Stats, just double check. Yeah, another almost 4,000 experience to get there, plus whatever we need for 49, so that way we can have Earthquake. But we'll worry about that in the not-too-distant future. Let's go heal and save. Wow, we're only just now hitting 20 hours. I guess maybe that does sort of explain the low levels, is that we really do get here real fast.